Okay, so
see. So,
I
yeah, it took me like I had to start with the bottom of my list. So like and
oh,
work
right.
my way up from there.
You have a little bit more informed,
Yeah,
an
I
opinion.
had to decide what I was gonna put at the bottom. I was like, what's gonna be my last?
Yeah, it's like last place. Like you don't want to
Yeah,
hand out last place. Everybody gets participation. What if we just did that? You're just like
yeah.
these four in no particular order.
In no particular order,
But
just
then
bam.
yeah. I don't know. It makes it tough. I tell you. As I watch the shows, though, the more and more they start to shift around in my
Yeah,
mind, and then go, oh, actually, I like this one more than that other show, or what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
the
Because
first,
some of them will start strong and then just
mm-hmm,
kind of like
kind of
taper off,
fizzle.
and
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, I didn't like where they went. But
It makes me wonder on that because I was gonna ask you about it because you were like because you read the manga
yeah,
and you watch the show like and you love the manga but the show kind of fizzles. Does that ever happen for you to like have it? Because I was talking to somebody else and they were like, oh yeah, this that first season is great, and then you watch the second season, the second season's not so great. I'm like,
yeah. It happens sometimes on some of
they
the ones that I've read.
is that just because the departure from the original writing, or what do you think? Like,
Usually,
because.
sometimes it's from the departure. Sometimes it's just from the way they decide to like go with it, like
Mm-hmm.
how they animate some stuff, or how like change designs, or if they leave some stuff out.
Yeah.
Because like
Okay.
I
I
said,
can
like
see
with
that.
Parasite, like his dad was there, then he wasn't there, but then he was there. It was kind of like weird stuff, like little stuff like that. It was just like, I don't really like that. Or
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like
Some of the decisions they make is just not.
decisions they make, voice
Yeah.
acting, casting. Like even for the Japanese, sometimes I'm just like, I really don't know about that one. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's the when you get into it, it's the Rotten Tomatoes giving a great movie a 5%.
Yeah. 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 I can see that. Yeah. 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 Ooh.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, Joe Angel, I didn't have my talkies today, bro. So this podcast might be all over the place.
All over the place. All right, let's see. Got everything. Yeah. All right. All right. You good?
Yes. I'm trying to read my writing for the synopsis real quick. Give me a second. I can't read anything. All right, I'll just make it up. We'll do it
Make
live.
it. Do it live. Doing
We'll
it
do it
live.
live.
All right. In 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on Anime Me Podcast. It's me, Joinder, with my co-host Sal, and we are back with our third episode of 2024, not 23, 24.
It's gonna take a while to get
Gosh,
used to that.
it is, man.
We're
I,
in the
I
future.
didn't even believe it was 2023. I thought it was 2021.
You know what? None of my movies that I watch that are based in the future, they don't even go this high. Okay,
Nothing goes aside.
no, nothing goes this high. Back to the Future was set in 2020. That's about it. I think what's that one movie that everybody loves that's set in the future? It only goes to 2020, man. Like there's no
Yeah.
years past 2020.
That movie 2012,
No,
bro.
it was set in 2012.
It started in 2012.
Yeah, that was 8 years. That was no, it's not. Oh my gosh, 8 years. No, it's not 8 years. It was 12 years ago.
It was 12 years ago.
Good grief. Good grief.
Oh my gosh! Real quick, so apparently there's a movie called 100 Year Movie
Mm-hmm.
that's supposed to come out. I think I'm not sure how long it is from now, but the
100.
next century in 2021, it's 2100 supposed to come out. I think it's called like the 100 Year Movie or something
Wait,
like
what
that.
do you talk about? Like somebody's working on a movie
Yeah,
that'll come out.
yeah. Because I was watching a podcast the other day,
Uh-huh.
and they were talking about like movies that were like You Would Never See,
Uh-huh.
and that was one of them. Was called like the 100-year movie. I'm
Is
trying to
this
think who it was.
Richard Linklater? This sounds like a Richard Linklater idea. He's like, hey, I'm gonna start making a movie, and then I'm gonna pass that movie down to my son, who's gonna be a movie director, and he's gonna write the
He's gonna do
next of it, and then his kid will write the next part of the movie. Is that what we're
it.
talking about here?
I'm trying to 100
I like that
years.
idea at least. I mean, if that's not what if that's what's gonna happen, then
So
I'm
it's
into
supposed
it.
to be like John Malkovich is writing
Mm-hmm.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that sounds like a Malkovich thing.
yeah. I think it's called like 100 Year, the movie you will never see.
Dude, hey, within, I think maybe time travel might be invented by then. I'm gonna go into the future, watch the movie, come back, give my review of it. We'll do it on this podcast.
Do it on this podcast. Time
Oh,
travel. We're gonna figure it out.
we'll figure it
Well,
out.
going back from time traveling, we'll get there and then we'll come back and then we'll
Uh-huh.
pick up where we left off on our newish anime for us, which is called Jujutsu Kaisen.
Very new for me. Though I've heard
Very
a
new for you.
lot of fanfare on this one. People love it,
Yeah, dude,
right?
this one is like a big one. If
It's
there
a
was a big three right now, this would be one of them.
Oh, that big, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
I could feel it. I feel that, honestly. I get some Bleach vibes, by the way. Little bit,
oh yeah,
right? Am I
a
too,
little bit. Yeah, the styles, how they
yeah.
look, the hair.
Yeah, the monsters. Don't forget the monsters. So should I give us a little synopsis here
Yeah,
before we
go
get
for it.
into this?
Let us know. Let us know what this Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay. He, okay, I'm going off the cuff. I can't read my own writing. Here we
Going
go.
off to
Itadori is a high school student who has some pretty profound physical abilities, has this cursed object, and is very, what's the word, frivolous with it. He doesn't know what it is. And his grandfather dies that same night he dies. Somebody is looking for this object, and he, hmm. I'll go ahead and give it away. He consumes it
yeah,
and becomes cursed himself. And then is now, I'm guess, gonna be a cursed object fighting cursed objects as well, or something. Gosh,
similar. You
this is
got
the
the point.
worst. That's the worst synopsis ever. What is happening?
You
What are
got
they
the
making
idea of
me?
it. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
start.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off with don't know the name yet, but it's our main character Yuji Itadori.
Mm-hmm.
He's waking up in some underground basement. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we have a flashback.
He's
This
like
is
trying to figure out what's going on. He's asking for Megumi, where Megumi's at.
yeah.
And then we got this guy who's wearing a blindfold, just like, oh, hey, you're awake. Talking to
Yeah.
him, just like, let him know what's going to happen or what had happened. And then we cut into, I believe, our intro.
Okay. Dude, hey, this music is super great. I love like the intro music that I gotta figure out what this genre is. I gotta look up on like Spotify or something like that. Maybe this song is on there. What do they put this under? Like, is it like it's rock and roll pop, but
Probably like,
like
oh
hard,
man,
it's
what would
kind of
it be?
hardcore metal.
Probably pop punk, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, I would say it's
Mm,
probably pop punk. It they
pop rock,
Yeah,
something.
I'm
It's
starting
because it's a rockin', but it's like kind of
to
a poppy vibe to it.
dude, and also it looks great too. I love the
Yeah.
credits. The credits
Oh
roll, and I'm
yeah, the
like,
whole like intro credits,
and
and then oh yeah, and the song. So the song is called Kai Kai Keaton or
hmm
Kai Kai Kaiton by Eve. That's our intro song.
okay, it's dope, man. It
Yeah,
is,
super dope. Animation so far it's looking good,
looking pretty
and then
clean.
yeah, and then we get to our intro, and it's Itadori, Sasaki, and Iguchi,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, he's asking them, "Hey, so are you guys ready?" And they're all like, "Yeah." And it's kind of like a little bit ominous feel to it, like what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, like they're doing something
And
weird.
then they're doing a version of a Ouija board.
Yeah, he's like part of like he just like started this like or he just became a part of like an occult like club where they
Yeah,
just
it's a high
like
school. It's a high school occult club.
By the way, I'm already loving this anime. I like wrote down already. I'm like, all right, this is doing it already. We've already got a main character who's got pink hair. Duh. We're in a school. Duh, we're doing it. We've got
Dope.
cursed objects. We've got comedy. I mean, it's got everything. The show's got everything so far.
Yeah, so far so good.
Hmm.
Then we get in the version who we called Plankton Principal, Principal Plankton.
Did they say
Bust
that?
in. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, the
gosh.
English stuff.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then like he busts in, he's like, hey, what did I tell you? It's like, you guys can't use this room without being a formal club. And they're like, go back and forth. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you need 3 members to be a club. And he's all like, Itadori's talking, and he's like, yeah, well, we do have 3, me. And he goes like, no, you don't, because you're not a part of the club. He was like, what? He's
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
you didn't put it on your fill out sheet that you're going to be a part of this club. And he's like, wait, I'm pretty sure I did. And then we get the coach walking in. It's like, no, you did it because I changed it. So
Yeah,
we
he
got
changed.
forgery right off the back.
Yeah, like is this I was thinking like, okay, so Ichidori has these special powers, so I guess the coach wants him for himself, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like is that
So
what's
as of right now, he's like got these superhuman abilities that we're getting a hint at. That he's like
hmm.
super athletic,
So the coach
strong.
challenges him. He's
So
like,
the coach wants him to be a part of the sports club, and he challenges him to like, well, hey, if you can beat me, then you could pick whatever club you want to be in. And he's just like, all right, you know, like
they do
he's that
the
either that confident in himself or is just like whatever about the situation.
he
But then we
they
go into like I think they're doing like what I think it's a shot put test.
yeah, it's a shot put. They're
Yeah,
throwing that heavy ball, and
yeah,
they usually see a guy in the Olympics like spin around and then use his force to like
yeah,
launch that ball. But then Itadori just like throws it like a baseball.
yeah, yeah. Because he asked him, he's all like, "Well, do I have to throw it like that, or can I throw it how I want to throw it?" And they were like, "Yeah." And so yeah, he throws it like a baseball and just like
Yeah, launches
beats
it.
beats the
Yeah,
coach.
he sets a world record, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
looking at that world record.
And so we get a hint at his like power, like, yo, okay, this guy's definitely the main character.
Yeah, he's got main character vibes. Pink hair. That's all you need to know. He can throw things, and he also can run faster than I think somebody goes. He's running away for something or trying to find something, and he's running, and somebody's like, "That's faster than my Jeep," and then he sets a world
Yeah.
record on how fast he's running.
It's just breaking records like
Yeah, just
nothing.
like nothing, not even trying.
Oh man. But yeah, we get that. I'm trying to remember which way we go. I think did we go to Megumi or did we go to meet Grandpa?
I feel like we go to Megumi because he's like walking around and like he's on the hunt and on the search for something. I think maybe we look in the he's at the what is that thing that he's at? Is it like it's not a they look like beehive kind of things, but
It looks like so here where I live, we got a bunch of like they look like bigger birdhouses,
hmm.
but they're like portable libraries almost where people can go take a book and leave a
Yeah,
book type thing.
yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. So like when I first saw that and he's talking, I'm just like, oh, I was like, is he going to grab a book?
Yeah, yeah. What is he at a library? An
Is that a library?
open air library with all these. And he's on a
But
search for something.
yeah, he's on a search for something like a cursed object. I think believes what he was looking for, but it turns out it's not there. And the guy on the phone, he's all like, "Well, you can't leave till you find it."
Yep. Do your job. By the way,
Yeah,
they show the cursed object because they like just kind of like they flash back to it like this is it. And I looked at it
yeah.
and it was like the cursed object looks a lot like a mummy burrito. It looks like a
A
burrito
mummy
in a
burrito.
case. And
Yeah,
I was
so
like
old.
it made me think I was like Joe Angel, I need a case, a carrying case for burritos. Like just like they put them in a bag, but that's not enough. I want to put it
Yeah,
in a little coffin and put my
little
burrito in it.
coffee,
Oh, keep it
little case.
warm. Yeah, a little case, a little man. I was like, that looks pretty
Man,
dang good.
I think Tatsu from Way of the House was rubbing off on you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He would definitely have a case for
He
that.
definitely put it in a suitcase that's like
Right,
formed for it.
suitcase.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
right, and then I think that's where we get the
We see the grandfather
grandpa
and
suite. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's on the phone calling, and then the nurse answers, and then she goes to tell him like, "Hey, your grandson's calling," and then we hear him and the grandpa in the background shouting, I don't want to
Just,
see him. Tell him to go to his club. Why is he at his
mm-hmm,
club? Just like going off and crazy.
mm-hmm.
And the Yuji's just like, yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, and he
And
goes
then
anyways. He goes
yeah, he goes
anyways.
anyways.
He's like, I'm
Goes to
coming
see
home.
Grandpa, talking to Grandpa. Grandpa's just like, why aren't you at your club? And he's just like, oh well, hey, I just want to be here, stuff like that. And they have like a little heart to heart moment where his grandpa's telling him, "Was like, you know what, Yuji, you're a strong kid. You got superhuman strength. You got the All Might power.
Yep.
Go be All Might."
Why not? Dude, hey, you know
Why
what?
not?
I love it though. This grandpa is spitting. You know what I'm saying? Like everything
Oh
he's
yeah,
saying, I'm like, he's laying it down. Like this guy, he gets it.
he's spitting
And
facts.
yeah, and Itadori's not getting it. He's like, yeah, whatever. He kind of just brushes him off in a cool way. Like I wrote down
Yeah,
how cool this dude Yuji Itadori is the coolest dude. He's like so like chill. Like he did nothing phases him. He's like,
he's naturally cool, man.
yeah, he just like he's not trying.
Yeah,
And then he's like telling his grandpa, "Hey, shut up. I'm here to like take care of you. Let me take care of you." But he's telling him like, "Hey, don't end up like me." You know.
yeah,
Does he say that
he's
there? I think he says it right then. Well, we see him. He's like,
yeah,
look at me. I'm an old man and I'm on my deathbed and
yeah,
nobody's here for me. Nobody's standing around. I don't have any friends. I don't have any, and that's because he's a grumpy old fart and he doesn't want him to end up like him. I was like, dude,
yeah. He doesn't want
already,
don't end up like me. You know,
already with the
you're a
messages.
strong kid. Use your
Mm-hmm.
strength to help
Mm-hmm.
people out.
I'm
And
gonna love it.
then sad, sad, sad scene ends.
Yeah.
Grandpa dies.
And Grandpa passes away. You
That's his
know that
dying wish.
I guess yeah, and you know what? It has to happen. It has to happen, and for main characters to become main characters, somebody has to pass away. You're in an alleyway, and some guy pulls the pearls off your mom's neck. Boom! Next thing you know, you're Batman. It's
You're Batman.
he
It's
gotta
gotta
happen.
happen.
It's gotta happen.
Batman show you there's only one way to do it. That's how you gotta do it.
That's the way it's gotta happen. Someone's gotta
Somebody's gotta
die.
die for you to become a superhero.
Yeah, yeah. At the hands of somebody else. If you're
At the hands of
listening,
somebody else.
don't do it yourself. It's not how it works.
Nah, how it works. And
So
then
is
let's
this
see.
okay? Megumi,
Nagumi.
Fishiguro Megumi. Megumi is the guy who is looking for this cursed object,
Cursed
right?
object. Yeah.
The guy's got one of the
He's also
cleanest.
got main character vibes. That
He does. He does that hair. I
that
was like,
hair, man, that hair.
yeah, I was
The
like,
hair in this show, man,
bold choice to
both
be like.
choices all the way around.
Like if you're trying to like be sneaky and like look, you don't go with this spiky kind of main character energy vibe. You gotta like, put a little grease in that bad boy, slick it back, do something, fall under
Grab
the
your
radar.
baseball cap, grab your glasses, put on a jacket.
No, what does he
Disguise.
do? He's got the spikiest hair and he's got the like cleanest and largest turtleneck I'd ever seen. I was like,
Yeah,
Joey, I need that turtleneck, man. I want that.
turtle neck
It's
off.
it's
Thick.
so big. It's
It's
gotta
all
have.
neck.
His shirt is all neck. He has to have a button. He has to have a button to keep the turtleneck together. It's that
Yeah,
big, dude. Loving the main character vibes on this guy. But he's I thought he was a bad guy, but I get he's not a bad guy. He's over here trying to figure this all out. He runs into well, let's see here. How does this go? What do we end up going? Because we see him later on, still looking for this cursed object.
yeah. He's still there looking for the cursed object because we get the
He runs into Itadori, right? And he's like,
yeah,
"Hey,"
yeah,
he starts interrogating him. Where is this cursed object? I know you have it.
yeah. Because he can sense it too. Like whenever it's around, he can like
Hmm.
sense the curses, sense the cursed object. So he's like, "Hey, I know you got it. Hey, where's this and that?" But Yuji is just like
Like whatever.
kind of in a slump a little bit. He's
Hmm.
still like
His
reminiscing
grandpa.
about what his grandpa told him, like be strong, you're strong,
Hmm.
help use it to help other people.
Hmm. Hmm.
He's still like dealing with his club stuff at school. He goes to the club members like, hey, I'll still stick around, and they're telling him like, hey, yeah, it's okay, if you're not with us. We like doing scary stuff like that. And he's telling them to, it's like, well, you need somebody to be there. I could be there to protect y'all. And I think Sasaki is like, oh, we like scary stuff. That's why we got this occult club.
Yeah, yeah.
And, it's all good. Like, you don't have to be here. But he's like, no, I'm going to be here. I like y'all. Y'all are cool. I want to be with
Are they at the school when? Because they get into it. Itadori and Megumi get into it. They're like, "Hey, where is it?" And he goes, "Oh, I left it with the occult club."
Yeah.
And are
They're at the school. Yeah, because I want to say they're at school. Yeah, because the cult club's at school. Like
yeah, like
Sasaki and Gucci are there
late at night, by the way. I mean, they're the high
late
school students.
night.
What do they get a key to the school? How do they get
Yeah,
how do
and
they get
like all
in?
these animes that I've watched with high schools, like it seems like it's pretty easy to get into the school at night.
Not in America, bro. This
Not
ain't
in
happening.
America.
You gotta have
You need
three sets of
5 keys.
keys. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
You need
You
two
do,
eyeballs,
you,
5 thumbprints.
you, you gotta know the janitor, like he's gonna let you in.
Oh man.
But they're just in there, and lo and
Yeah,
behold, they have the cursed
the
object.
burrito.
Yeah, they got the burrito, and they're trying to unwrap that bad boy because it's wrapped
They
up
unwrapped
tight.
it like a tamale.
Don't, hey, by the way, this goes out to all those people that don't know what a tamale is. Don't, you gotta take the husk off, okay?
Take the husk off. Don't
L-
eat it.
let it come from somebody who knows, who eats
Yeah.
tamales
Yeah.
around Christmas time. Everybody, if you're from where I'm from, you know that tamales are meant
Just
for
go to your nearest Mexican restaurant, order tamales, and
take the husk off.
watch the people who order it and see how they do
Yeah, yeah. So they're unwrapping it, and
it.
okay, Joe Angel, this reveal when they show this what the cursed object was. Okay, so real quick story. I'm
Sorry.
looking for a Christmas gift, like not a Christmas gift, like a gag gift, and I'm at a
Yeah.
local like dollar kind of store,
Yeah.
and I'm there with Kim. Kim finds this thing. She goes, "What about this?" And I look at it and I was like, "What is this?" And she's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, we're both like, "What is this?" It looks like a little gummy,
Yeah.
and it was the finger from this. I was like, this whole time, Megumi's looking for this thing. It's over at Five Below, bro. Okay, you
It's
can
a
get that.
five and below.
You can get that. You can get $4.50, a cursed object, and I think it comes in a gummy bear form. Dude, I had no idea. I had no idea what it was. I was like, "What is this? What is it?" I don't. Nobody knows what that is. It looks gross, by the way. And then I'm watching the show, and it shows up on the
Hey,
show,
wait
and
a
I was
minute.
like, "Wait a second! I should have grabbed it." Oh, dude, I missed out.
Hey,
Five
missed
dollars,
out. But
man.
yeah,
Five.
we would get the reveal. It's a finger.
Mm-hmm. Gross.
And gross, old, moldy fingers.
Didn't even file the nail, bro.
Yeah, that nail is long.
Rank. He is rank.
Rank. Super rank. They unwrap it, and then we get what's called curses that
Yeah,
start like
taking
piling up.
over. Taking over the school. There are these like monsters kind of like oozing out smoke and like forming out of nowhere, coming out of portals or something like that. I don't even know. And they take these do we even get their names? I don't even know if I caught their names, but
Yeah.
the
So it's Iguchi,
hmm
which is the guy, and
Oh
Sasaki, who's the
yeah, you
girl.
said
Yeah.
them early. So Sasaki
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like
So yeah, Sasaki's kind of hiding. Then Iguchi pops out of nowhere like Michael Myers. But it turns
mm-hmm.
out a curse has got a hold of him.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
While all this is going on, like Yuji and Megumi are like, "Oh snap! Hey, we gotta go." And Megumi's like spilling it out to Yuji, like, "Hey, you stay here. I'll go and save them. You can't do nothing." He's
Yeah,
like, "What are
yeah.
you talking about?" He's like, "Do you know who I am? Do you know me? Do you see
Hey,
these muscles?
my grandpa said I was special and I can do whatever I
I
want.
could do this." But he basically just like, "You wait here. I'll go save them."
Hmm.
And so,
And he ain't gonna stay. I was like, come
yeah,
on, bro.
you can tell he ain't gonna stay.
Look at my
We
hair.
know where this is gonna go. He's
Look
gonna
at
go in there.
I got pink hair. Okay, I got pink
Guy
hair.
got peak hair. Come on, I'm
I,
the main character
I
here.
could get yeah. You are the side character.
Yeah,
This is my story.
this is me. It's all
Hmm.
about me.
Hmm.
But Megumi, we get over there, and then we see him using his powers, and he calls Demon Dog.
Calls up his dog. That's exactly,
Calls up the dogs.
I saw this. I was like, Joanna, this is how, I mean, I'm a little bit, let the audience know, but I used to be gangster. Okay. Back in the day, I was just a gangster.
Boom.
So
Hey,
there's two things
thug.
you got to do. If you're a gangster, you got to know how to whistle.
Uh huh.
Because you got to be able to call your dogs. They go,
Yeah.
you got to learn how to whistle, and you got to throw gang signs. And that's exactly what he does. He throws his gang signs, and then
Boom.
boom, got
Dogs.
dogs. Is it my dogs
Who
show
let the
up?
dogs out? Megumi did.
Megumi, and he did the gang signs. And there they are, demon dogs, white dog,
Quick,
black dog, and he's like, "Go get them."
get him.
That was pretty dope. It was dope. I love the
Yeah.
way this is drawn, like the way they're whipping around corners and stuff like that. This whole
Oh
like
yeah.
It looks
This whole
cool.
animation sequence, dude, is so cool.
I love the way like it kind of it's kind of like bullet time ish, but like it like but not slow motion. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks super cool. Like it reminds me a little bit of like a slower version of Zom 100 in certain scenes and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
and darker too.
darker mode. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
so
love the
cool.
way they like color skilled it,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
with the fights, with when the curses are around.
yeah.
I love like how they did all of that.
Everything's kind of yeah. It's really cool. It looks very sharp, like very like a lot of attention is being paid to
To
all the
get this,
details.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then like meanwhile, while all that's going down, Yuji's outside. It's just like I'm supposed to. My grandpa told me I'm strong and to help other people. He's giving him like he's getting the main character self talk pump up,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
he finally is like, you know what, I'm gonna go. Boom, does the thing.
Does the thing. He's like we catch the demon dogs are having a hard time a little bit because Sasaki's like wrapped up in this monstrous little like it's got like it's an octopus slash blob and she's being like swallowed by it and she also has the curse like in her pocket or something like that and
Yeah,
it's trying to absorb that demon curse. The curse is trying to absorb the whole curse itself
yeah,
to like become stronger, I'm guessing. And lo and behold, Yuji, what are we gonna call him? Is it Yuji? Do we call him? Because is his last name Itadori or is it his first name? You know how I get confused with the
yeah.
Japanese. What do you want to? Me and you could just get. I'm gonna just call
Yuji,
him Yuji. It's easier. He
Yuji.
comes flying in through a window. I'm guessing they're like 5 stories up, but who knows? I don't know how he got up. He got a ladder. He got
He
a
got
ladder, and he like is
he busts out the trampoline,
he got the trampoline. He hit that. He double jump. You got to hit B
double jump.
twice when you're in the air, and then you hit B again, and
Yeah,
comes
double
flying
jump.
through the
Yeah,
window, and like straight up punches. He's like Will Smith from Independence Day, and he's like, "Welcome to Earth!" Bang, right in the
yeah.
face, and grabs her and like saves her. And and all the while, Megumi's like, "Whoa, what the?"
What just
Yeah,
happened?
you can't do this. You're not even like you're just a regular kid.
This reminded me of Bleach,
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you, I'm getting real Bleach vibes. I remember the.
when Rukia and Ichigo
Mm-hmm.
first meet in the first fight to Hollow,
Yeah,
and Ichigo just like punches it.
yeah.
Like that's what the vibe I got from like, oh man,
Except
this is
for
so Bleach right here.
it is. Except for Yuji has like superhuman strength for now. Like
Yeah,
first, like Ichigo is just kind of doing his thing, but this guy,
yeah.
like Yuji's actually holding his own,
Oh yeah,
and is actually like, oh, he's kind of formidable enough to kind of like be like slammed into walls by this thing because then it starts coming after him because he has the curse thing in his hand
yeah. He's got it now.
and now they're running and this thing's gotten bigger, this blob's gotten bigger, they get
Yeah,
thrown out into the like out into like a courtyard area and they're having this fight on like a bridge. Epic. It's all epic, by the way. This is like it's so grand. I was like, oh, the this is not just like gonna be because it kind of started a little simple, like, oh, you see some
yeah.
monsters here and there. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like this is
It's not a
a
simple fight scene. This is a in depth like
yeah,
battle.
it is a battle. He's like being swung around by it on this bridge and he's got the
Like
thing.
we're getting Jon Snow up against Ramsey right now.
Yeah, yeah, and we're getting like they're not wasting any time.
No,
This is a serious fight, and Megumi's kind of just watching this happen. He's like, and
he's
I
like
think
still like processing like did I miss something?
yeah, like hey, we can't beat this thing. Like
Yeah,
the only way we're gonna beat this thing is if we have a curse. The curse
yeah.
is the only thing that can beat this curse.
And then yeah, curse killing beats curse.
The worst
Megumi's
thing,
like
the worst
worst thing
thing,
happens.
the worst thing that you could even imagine. This nasty old finger.
Yeah.
He looks like he's about to be defeated, right? The monster
Oh
has
yeah,
him in
yeah.
his
He gets
hands.
caught up. He's like getting squeezed by the
Mm-hmm.
one of the tentacles. And he's just like
He's got the finger
you
kind of
know
like
what?
hanging in his mouth. He's like he caught
Yeah,
the finger in his mouth, like just hanging by his skin. Gross,
dude.
gross.
It's so
Like,
gross right now. He was like, oh,
spit that out.
spit it out, man.
No, no, he's not. He comes to the conclusion. He goes, you know what? There's only one way. The curse to beat the curse. And he had Megumi had told him earlier, like he's gonna the monster's trying to swallow it. He goes, well, instead of him swallowing it, how about I swallow it?
Yeah. What about I swallow it?
Yeah, how about you know what? I missed lunch or breakfast. I didn't have we didn't see him eat anything at all. Usually there's a mom in this show and they're
Yeah.
like, "Here's some breakfast."
Here's the breakfast. We haven't seen this kid eat a single ounce
Yeah,
of calorie.
this kid is you got to be pretty dang hungry to eat this finger. Nail and all. Didn't even
Yeah,
chew it. Did he chew it? He just straight
I
up
don't think he just swallowed it all.
That's a soggy finger. That's a soggy finger. Oh,
Oh man,
gross. That's gotta hurt.
super. I think it's just one of those things where it's like medicine. You just gotta shoot it
Yeah,
down real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Don't
Don't
even think
get.
about it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Just
can't let it linger.
don't let it touch any of the taste buds. Just
Yeah,
right down the gullet,
right down
and
the gullet.
it works. Megumi's like, this is a 1 in a million chance that this is gonna kill you or not kill you,
Yeah.
and it doesn't kill him, and he's able to like, oh, dude, when he shreds this monster in half,
Oh yeah, bro.
so cool.
So cool.
How did he do it? What did he do? Did he like give him a nice little judo chop? Because
I
he
think so. It's like a chop slash type thing
yeah.
because like he defeats the monster and they're like, oh, cool, he's got like a power up. But then
Mm-hmm.
like music turns, shift tone turns.
Uh-huh. He's got face
Yuji's
tats.
Yuji's tatted up. Yuji just got out of jail right now.
Yeah,
He's all
yeah,
tatted up.
yeah. He is now, and he's like, I'm throwing gang signs now.
Throw gang signs now.
Who's the gangster now? And he's got it.
Yeah.
He looks like a doodle bear. He looks like a 2020 rapper. You know what I'm saying? Face tattoos.
He bought that pack of zebra gum and got all the tattoos.
He just glued them all the way down. He's got little sideburns, everything. Like he changed up, and he's like kind of. It looks like the curse is taking him over. Like he's evil now.
Yeah, it looks like he's evil now. Like we just saw Anakin turn to the dark side now.
He's over here slaying kids,
Yeah.
or is he?
Is he?
Is
We will
he?
find out because guess what? Just like they did in our Shangri-La episode, they did it to us again.
They
They
just.
mixed the credits with the end of the scene, and
Hmm.
then bam,
It's over.
credits. Oh,
Well, because before the ending of it, though, he kind of he starts chatting with them like,
yeah,
"Hey," it seemed like it took him over. He's all like, kind of, he's having this like dialogue about how like powerful he is and how like, "Hey, this is great to be in a body again."
yeah,
This curse is all like using, Yuji. Yuji's now gone, and now this curse is taken over. But then Yuji like is able to like suppress this cursed demon inside of him. Which
yeah,
the demon is like, or the curse is like, what the heck? You can't do that.
yeah. He's like, we're getting. It seems like okay, Yuji's probably gonna have to either be killed by Megumi or
Hmm.
somebody because he looks like he's turning evil. But then Yuji's somehow like going back into his own body, like, "Hey, give me back my body."
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
like
to see what would be
the equivalent or how
the
this.
equivalent of this would
Yeah, it
be.
has this happened. This happens in some like it happens in some movies where you're just like
Yeah,
they'll use. Oh, you know what? No, I was gonna say Spider-Man 3 with Peter Parker having what is that
the Venom suit.
Venom, or even you. Let's just say Venom, like Venom with
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
it's
Venom would
kind.
be the equivalent of that. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Because he has this thing inside of him, but he's
yeah.
also like he's evil, but he has him. Dude, this is Venom.
Yeah,
What?
like it's two bodies. It's an evil presence and then the human presence, and they're like
They're like in odds
fighting,
with each other.
coexisting.
Yeah, using the powers, but
Yeah,
the good side of it wins out as it
yeah,
like probably like he's probably gonna be fighting curses later on. I
yeah.
don't know. Oh, here, you know what? Here it is. I figured out how he defeated the this monster because I just wrote it down. So let's see. I wrote it down. Yuji eats the finger from Pimp Daddy Kane and pimp slaps the monster. You know what I'm saying? Like he pimp slapped that monster. Like
He got the Big Daddy King powers now.
he did.
He's got that strong pip.
He got the strong hand and he just straight up slaps the demon out of that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, then we get like the credits and
You know what?
then at the end of the
The
credits we get like previews of what's
mm-hmm,
coming up.
mm-hmm,
There's a
mm-hmm.
fight. The guy that we saw in the beginning with the white hair and the blindfold. He's coming back. Who is he?
Yep.
He's gonna be a main
Who
character.
knows?
Who
Gotta be,
knows?
gotta be.
Gotta be, and then bam. And
Over. The music on this outro, it felt a little weak for me. I don't know what it was. I just because the intro music was so great that I was kind of expecting something else for the outro
something
music.
more like as equal.
Yeah, as equal, but this was kind of like na 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 do, 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 it's over. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's
that's it, bro.
it's
Is
kind of
that it, bro?
lackluster a little
Yeah,
bit.
look, yeah, that's the word I would be
Yeah,
like lackluster.
yeah,
Yeah, dude, the show was super great. I get it. I get why
yeah.
it's like.
get the hype.
I get the hype. I get the hype. And there's not how many episodes. This thing is I got all kinds of questions going. What
So this
is
thing has
it's got to be doing
background.
well. If
Yeah,
if this show has the finger at a dollar store in the shape of a gummy bear,
it's
you
got
know, it's got to have some
you
pizzazz. I mean, like
gotta have pizzazz.
okay, go ahead. Give me the background.
Okay, so background. Me, you're gonna start with our manga because it started with the manga
Of course, as it
and
should.
as a show. And then so the manga was written and illustrated by Gege
Hmm.
Akutami, and they wrote this in March of 2018, and
Okay,
it got
yeah.
published. Yeah, it got published in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump, and it is still going on. So the manga is still running.
It's this is pretty recent then. Really
Yeah,
recent.
yeah, it's pretty recent. Yeah,
2018.
2018, pretty recent. Still going on, still going strong. This one's also available on the Viz Manga app. You can go buy the manga books. They have the manga books available in a digital format. You can go buy there. And I
Noise.
think it's the current chapter, I believe, is 247. I think that's the current chapter.
Okay. So
247
so
chapters.
quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
That equates to a lot, doesn't it? Dead
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's a lot and it's still going on. So we're going to get
Mm,
more.
wow.
And so the anime for season one came out in October of 2020. And so
Ooh.
season one consists of 24 episodes. And so we got that. And then we got season two, which came out in July of 2023.
2023. 3 years apart?
So it started in
Wait.
October 2020, and then it ended in March 2021,
Oh, okay.
and then it came back in July of 2023.
Okay, I think I heard they made a movie. So is a movie fit in there somewhere?
Yeah, yeah. So that Jujutsu Kaisen Zero came. So that's going to be between
The first season and the second
the first
season?
season and second season, because Jujutsu Kaisen Zero is actually a prequel.
Ah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a prequel.
Do we figure out where that finger comes from? Is that finger playing there?
We figured out a lot of stuff.
Whoa, don't tell me, Jojo. Don't tell me. You know how I don't like spoilers. If you're listening to this, we're giving you spoilers, so you need to be watching this show before we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So it'll be that. So watching it, you'll watch season one, watch Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, and then season two, which season two has 23 episodes, I believe.
uh-huh.
And then, but that one came out in. So the way they did season two, they kind of did it in two separate parts. So which the first part was about, it's set 10 years prior to season one and the movie. So it's even further back in time.
What?
And then the second half takes place immediately after season one. So it's kind
Uh,
of like, it gives you like some background on some of the characters that we're going to meet. And then
Jojo.
it goes right back into, all right, picking up from season one.
Yeah, you know how I do, bro. I just hit skip on everything you just said. Skip. I'll figure it
Skip.
out. Skip. Skip. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'm lost. That's crazy. It's like we're getting some sort of Quentin Tarantino, but with like full
Yes.
seasons, half season,
Yeah.
movie, and then we gotta go jumping back and forth
Yeah. It's
between.
like we go forward, we go back, then we go back, and then go forward.
Yeah, is it hard to follow, or if I were to watch it, do I watch this first season and then watch the movie and then watch the second season, knowing that they're gonna go back again, or is it?
Not really, just because it gives you more in depth on the characters that come up during this first season.
So, do you think I could watch the movie before I watch the rest of this?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Because it's a prequel, right? Like I could just
Yeah, yeah,
watch.
it's pretty cool. So you get introduced to people, and then, like I said, you go back, watch it, and then you'll kind of know what's going on. And then for the first part of the second season, it's another prequel. Like I said, it goes over the past of some of the characters that we meet during the first season,
Hmm.
and then the second half of the second season picks back up where season one ended.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it helps build more of
Bill.
that connection to the characters,
Okay.
getting more of their past, getting to know more of their stories, and then once it goes forward, it gives you more, like, it helps build up moments more when certain things happen
Okay.
and go through the whole story.
Yeah. This show, it feels familiar to me for some reason. Probably because of the whole Bleach thing, but then also it's really opening up a world and like possibilities that I
Yeah.
don't even, you know, like the first episode kind of gives you that where you're just kind of like, is this gonna happen? And 200, I mean, how much of the manga is, when you say 240 chapters, how much is that in the show? Like, do they cover the prequel? Is a prequel covered in the manga too? Like, how much more do we have to expect from this? Because it seems like this show has done really. I saw like all kinds of stuff at the Five Below. They had all kinds of like
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen like little characters and like little
Yeah.
tokens, all kinds of stuff just at the dollar store. And I was like, gosh, this show has only been out for 2 years or something like that, and 3 years, and it's like
So there's
it's
so
gotta
there's
be.
been some, I guess, controversy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just with,
Okay.
so there's a situation that happened with the animators and the animation studio to where they released episode 17 30% done.
What? What do you? What
So
is this?
I'm
What?
guessing these animators watched Zom 100 and were like, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna go live our life."
Yeah, they're getting overworked, man. I
And
get it,
so
man.
yeah, it was like, so there's a thing that happened with the animators, and to where this they kind of released it halfway done. So this episode kind of has some fans kind of iffy
If they're gonna,
about how it's going to continue and stuff like that. Which, I mean,
that's
if they could get that like settled and get everybody right, because it's a well done show. Like,
yeah,
um, the studio that did it, like they've done fantastic stuff,
yeah.
animating and things like that. But you gotta
It
care about those workers, man. They
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like this would take a lot. And I was kind
yeah,
of wondering that thing. You know, as I was doing, I did do some research on Zom 100, and in my digging of that kind of stuff, like they talked about the working conditions, about like how the grind to, if you set they set a high bar for a
yeah.
show the initially, and then you have to kind of like maintain that high bar. It's a lot for these animators to
Oh
like,
yeah, it gets up into being a lot. Like
yeah, it's too much. It's like, you know, this first little monster and monster fight and all the stuff that's happening. I'm like, dude, this is like, this is a lot of attention that they have to pay on this show to like get
yeah,
all the, like, to make it look as good as it does. So you gotta imagine, like, this is pretty demanding. It's a demanding
yeah,
show.
yeah. So right now, like they can continue to go on. Like I said, the manga's still going on. Season 3, with the way that stuff happened recently, so I think season 3 is probably going to be on a hiatus until that gets
Resolved.
resolved. Which
Hmm.
hopefully it does. Hopefully they can resolve it in a good way. We get these wonderful animators back, because this show, like I said, is amazing.
Or you know what? Just do it like the way the House Husband, or even South Park.
Hey,
You know how
way
South
the
Park,
house, South Park. Hey,
they're
just the
just
guys from South Park to come in.
you know, they're just they're just shapes, you know, just
Just
shapes
shakes.
jumping around, you know, like you got 2 or 3 frames. The show's good. Show is
Hey,
good.
take a page out of Marvel. Just start a multiverse. You can do it. You'll get away with it.
Yeah, yeah, just like, you know, have somebody else, you know, like somebody else can animate it. Just pass it around. Pass it
Yeah,
around to anybody who has the ability to animate. I could do it. I
you can
could,
do it.
you know, get somebody on the phone.
Get
Get
somebody different.
you
Give us give
wait.
get our Instagram. Hit us up.
Hit me up. I'll start drawing for you. Real quick
But
question
yeah,
before you keep going. Jujutsu Kaisen. What is? Is he's part of a jujitsu club, right? And so
yeah.
like,
So the Jujutsu
what is his
Kaisen. So
name? What is his name?
it's which one? Please.
What is this? What is this Jujutsu Kaisen? What? Why call it? What is Kaisen? Is it just? Do we even know what the background of it is, or are we just kind of accepting that this is called Jujutsu Kaisen?
So Jujutsu
And
Kaisen. So that's actually, so Megumi gets his slick, tall black turtleneck
oh,
from the high school that he
uh-huh.
goes to,
So
which is called
so
Jujutsu High School.
oh, the high school's
And
draw called
yeah,
Jujutsu, bro. That's
yeah,
all you
the
had
high
to
school
tell
he
me, bro.
goes to
Bro,
is
that's
called
all.
Jujutsu High School,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
they're basically, it's a school of people who could, like, sorcerers, like people who fight these. Think of Soul Eater. How Soul
Y-
Eater has the
Yeah,
Meisters to
the
master
the
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 weapons.
academy kind of.
Yeah, this is kind of like that. Jujutsu Kaisen, they got these kids that have these abilities and powers to help fight curses, and so they basically train them up to become sorcerers so they could defeat the curses of the world.
Okay, now I'm with you, Joe. Now it all makes sense. I was like, what's happening? Where'd this turtleneck come from? It all makes sense. All right, go on.
All
I interrupted
right.
you.
All right, yeah. So that's anime so far is what we got. Real quick, we do. So I watched this both sub and dub, of course, obviously.
Nice.
One of the characters that we do end up meeting is voiced by Tatsu's Japanese voice actor, Kenjiro Suda.
Kenjiro Sodara.
Yeah, so little
Little tidbit
little
there.
little tidbit there to get you on this. If you like Way of the House Husband, watch Jujutsu Kaisen
Is
because he is in this
in
show.
the sub version.
Yeah, in the sub version,
Okay, yeah. Not the other guy. Okay.
not the other guy.
Who's the voice?
His name's gonna be Kento
Uh,
Nanami.
okay, later on. Later,
Yeah,
not in this.
later on.
Not in
Yeah,
this. Okay.
yeah,
The guy's
later.
got
Yeah,
it.
he comes up, but yeah, when I heard that voice, I was like, oh yes,
The guy's got a
here we
great
go.
voice. He's got
He's
a
got a
great
great
voice.
voice. I will tell you, he almost plays the same type of character too in
Yeah,
this
I was
show.
thinking, I was like, I already pictured his voice, I already heard his voice in my head. I'm like, I'm pretty sure
Dude,
they
when
just
you
like,
when you see his character, you'll know just like, oh yeah, they hardly changed who he was in Way of the
yeah,
House Husband.
he probably still plays the house. Oh, dude, just put that guy could cross over into all kinds of
I'm telling you,
anime.
dude, Tatsu can be in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah, he's definitely yeah, he's the immortal dragon. Of course
Dude,
he could do
tell
it.
you, boom,
He, oh
get
my
him.
gosh, put him
Give
in there.
him a dragon that he can throw gang signs and whistle at.
Dragon. Yeah,
Uh,
it makes sense. It makes sense.
but like we talked about, was it last episode? I can't remember. Anyways,
Hmm.
when we talked about Fortnite having skins for animes, they actually got Jujutsu Kaisen characters in Fortnite
Really?
that you could play as. Yeah,
That's huge. I
yeah.
mean,
So
it's
you could
this is
play as Yuji, Gojo, Megumi, and Nobara. Those are the characters that you could get skins in Fortnite.
I want to play as Megumi, bro. I want
Bruh.
that turtleneck. So
Skins to win, bruh.
I wonder if he has a turtleneck. He has to have that turtleneck. I
He's got the
mean,
turtleneck.
it's yeah, they don't change clothes on these
No.
shows. Maybe in Zom 100 there's a little bit of an outfit change in a couple of
Yeah,
scenes, but like you're keeping the same clothes every day. You're regular Steve Jobs and all these guys, you
yeah.
know?
Regular Steve Jobs, man.
Black turtleneck, blue jeans.
You open the
That's it.
closet, it's nothing but black turtlenecks and blue jeans.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're actually also working on
A
an
live
actual
action.
game for
Oh,
the
okay.
show called Jujutsu
Okay.
Kaisen Curse Clash, and that was developed by King and Game Drop, and it's actually going to be released next month on February 2nd.
Oh shoot.
And so, but it's available for pre-order right now.
Hey, well, for what systems do you think? Like some, most, all, some
I would say
PlayStation?
all of them. Yeah, I think
Ga-
it's all of them.
do they
Yeah,
got it
pretty
on
much all
game?
of them.
Do they got it on Game Station, bro?
On Game Station, dog.
Dog, hey,
Game
I get that.
Station, you can play it right now while they're still making it.
Yeah, hey, like the way they did that last episode, just drop
Yeah,
it.
the way they did
Not
it last episode.
bugs on the whole thing.
Bugs everywhere.
I can't even move. It's just I've never played like an anime game, but this one would make sense to me. Like I could see this as a video game already. Like it's not a stretch of the imagination. There's been video
No.
games that we talked about that I've made about other animes that I watch. I'm like, what does that game even play like? This is like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go around punching things
Yeah.
and
Yeah. This is
absorbing
one of the ones
curses.
where you're like, oh, yeah, this can obviously be a good game.
Okay, that sounds dope. I'll
Yeah.
give it a
And
shot.
also with games, we also got some live action stuff to you.
Already, Joe Angel? Did they already get on some live action stuff for this?
As I've said before, stage plays are big in Japan.
What? No way. Dude, I want to see a big monster at a stage place. Like I could imagine like if they could do, you know how in the Japanese
Yeah.
they usually have them at celebrations and stuff, but they got the little like paper mache looking dragon
Yeah. All
that they
this
can
stuff. Yeah.
like I could see that in a stage play. If they could get like this big tentacle monster and it's like all paper mached up and stuff like that. Oh, dude,
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be so dope. Can you see this? Is it bootlegged online somewhere?
Yes, I think you can. I think
Um,
because I remember I watched the promo for second part or I guess second arc. I think
hmm
would be the best way to say it
Yeah.
because they came out with the first part of the stage play in August of 2022.
Yeah.
Then they made a second arc story stage play that came out last month of
hmm
2023, and it's going to be premiering here soon. Let's see. Let me see the dates. I gotta check the dates. Let me see.
With
So
that
it'll
all
be
is
January 6th to the 14th of this year.
that all aside, what did you think though? Like as you're did what did how are you able to see this? And oh, you don't have to tell me how you. I mean, I know you're bootlegging stuff, but like for free though, for free. I
For
mean,
free. Like I
it's
said, you go watch promos on YouTube. You can see the promo clips. You know,
follow the links.
follow the links.
Follow the
You
link.
know,
We
just
don't
look at
promote
those
that here.
comments,
We
man.
we
You'll
don't
see them in the comments.
we don't promote it. But like, what do
We
you
don't promote this.
was it
We
good?
don't
Is it
promote it, but go watch YouTube.
could you what do you think? Like could you watch this? You think it's actually gonna like watch a stage play of Jujutsu
I
Kaisen?
want to go see this. I do.
That would be
I really want
crazy.
to go.
I want to see some like flying through the air. Like you know what?
Yeah.
Like a Cirque du Soleil level
Type.
of like like
Yeah.
flying
Get this.
around.
Oh, what's that? Is it the orb? What's it called? What's that thing in Las
Oh
Vegas?
yeah.
Sphere.
The sphere.
The sphere. Is that what it's called?
Nah, there's got to be a better name. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put that in
Get
there.
it to come there. Get it to come
Ye-
there. I'll go to Vegas.
Oh, dude, that would
It's
be.
cheaper to fly to Vegas than it is to Japan right now.
I know, just for a stage play, nah,
Yeah,
bro, can't do it. Can't do it. You
dude,
know, unless it was a musical, and then I'm all about it, Joe Angel.
all in. But yeah, so we got stage plays, and they also did a special live action promo that they released in July of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get any kind of characters. It was more like scenery stuff with some narration in the back. It was just a special promo
But they're not
because
like.
at that time they had the 23rd volume of the manga coming out along with the first TV airing of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following day was going to be the premiere of season 2. And so it was kind of like a triple kind of thing that was coming out for it. So they kind of just did like this little special kind of like, kind of just get you into the world of it, basically.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
get you the feel of it, kind of live action promo.
You know, I really want to see something on this scale. You know, if they can do these, like, it's what we've done in America with, like, taking comic books
Yeah.
and turned them into live action, and now we have a whole universe of them. Like, there's got to be, I mean, I guess this is it. This is their universe where they've taken manga, which is their form of comic book, and they've turned it
Yeah.
into animated versions and, like, they fleshed them out that way instead of fleshing it out with
Live action.
live action film. But like I mean it's gotta happen eventually. I'm just trying to think about me watching a monster get punched in the face or pimp slapped in half. If I'm like, yes, this looks good and I
We
enjoy.
gotta, how, we gotta like get your stomach ready to watch a live human eat a finger.
Put up
So a lot of people are gonna get queasy at that part.
yeah, put up some bars that say censored and you're good to go. This has now been
Just show the back of his head and just make a
and
noise like he ate
yeah,
it, and then that will be good.
yep. Give him the old Homer Simpson gulp, and
Homer Simpson go.
we'll fill the rest of it in with our minds. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, dude, it's so crazy how
It's you've caught up to all this, huh?
yeah. Like, dude,
Okay.
second season is, man.
This show is killer. It lives up to the hype in your mind. If you were to put this on our list, because
If I were to add this to the list, let's
it's up
see,
there. Is it up there? You don't have to put it. I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but like, let's just say, is it the top 1/3 or middle?
top
Where
10 for sure.
Okay. Because like you know how I am about like having too many episodes of something, and I'm just like, dude, I can't. But
I will say,
if I get in
I
on the
will
ground
say real
floor,
quick, episode 15 is my favorite of season 1.
ooh, okay, that's a
It's one
good.
of my favorite episodes.
I like that you gave me that marker. I'm writing it down right now. Episode 15.
Dude, of season 1.
Okay,
Dude,
it makes me wanna.
it cracked me up. I loved it so much.
Okay,
But
all right. I wrote it down.
yeah, I would if when we add this to our ranking, it's for sure going to be in the top 10.
Okay, definitely. All right. Well, let's go ahead
And
and get
speaking of ranks,
got
and speaking of guacs,
yeah
let's
guac
get to that
talk.
guac talk,
Let's
baby.
get to this guac talk, baby. You know what? This show. It's interesting that how hyped this show is because it was good. I'll give it. like it's all it's due. It's like really well done. I liked all the music. The characters are fun. They left a lot open for a lot of things to happen. And obviously, it's got some fanfare enough for, them to make a video game or have like
Yeah.
merchandising and all that stuff. So, how many fingers am I gonna eat, Joe Angel? Is that what you're
How many
asking me?
fingers are you eating? How many fingers are you grabbing off that shelf at Five Below?
If Everybody's getting those for Christmas. You,
Everybody's
here's a finger for you. Finger for you. You know what? I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it just because I can. It's so digestible that I'm just like, yeah, I can go ahead and so I'll give it three and three quarters.
three and three quarters.
Three and three quarters. Like because it kind of feels a little like a Bleach ripoff, a little bit to me. So I'm kind of like, like, well, why don't I just watch Bleach? But it's its
Yeah.
own thing. I love the main character. I love Yuji's like vibe. He's just like the chillest dude,
Oh, the
and
coolest dude ever.
he's so cool, like effortlessly cool. Like he could be a jerk, like if he wanted to be, but he's not a jerk. And I'm like loving that. Like he's just like super powerful, really like he could be a jock and be like a total obnoxious guy. But right
He
now
chooses not to be.
he chooses not to be obnoxious. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, like I like this like humble, powerful, well-to-do guy as a main character. So that alone kind of like just draws me. So I'll go ahead and give it a 4. Yeah, officially we're putting it down. 4 fingers out of
Four
5.
fingers. Boom.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Doing it up, guys. Well, there you got it. We got 4 fingers down the hatch, almost a full hand.
Nom nom nom
There you
nom.
go. Nom nom nom. Be like, who did that? Was it wasn't Russell Wilson. Was it James
uh,
Winston?
where
When
they? Oh, when he eats the fingers,
he eats
it
a
was
W.
Jameis Winston. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, he goes, "Ooh, what is that? Was that it's a W?" And
it's
everybody's like,
W.
and he actually puts it in his mouth, and like,
Like,
everybody else is just cringing around him, like,
yeah, there's
ooh,
like,
I don't know where to put my eyes.
yeah.
Before a game, Jameis,
Before he gave, James.
come
Hey,
on,
he
man.
knew. Hey, it's because he watched Jujutsu Kaisen. He was like, "Hey, if I'm gonna get powerful and win this game, I got to eat these fingers
Well, hey, for the W, son.
for the
Do it for the
W,
W.
son."
Hmm.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. As always, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, where you can watch clips of our upcoming episodes and leave us comments. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what kind of animes that are coming out this year you're excited for. Let us know that in the comments so we could hop on that with y'all and enjoy that with y'all. And as always, spread the word, spread the love, and keep being good and keep being chill and cool. All right. And with
Yeah.
that, we'll see you next time. Laters.
Peace.